Hey there, I'm Jordan Kruger. Welcome to the Multi-GP STEM Alliance. Today, I'm going to show you the basics of using our official drone racing simulator VelociDrone for Multi-GP STEM Alliance events. Our events require knowledge of multiplayer features, aircraft selection, lap time tracking, and uploading to properly compete. So let's start out with aircraft selection and getting flying.
So this is a fairly simple process, and it assumes that you already have the game downloaded with the Tiny Whoop pack installed. Selecting your aircraft is part of the process for starting up both single player and multiplayer. When we click on either, we are immediately brought to the selection menu. Single player, and you see aircraft on the left. So a preview of your aircraft is on the bench right here. In this case, I have the Beta 75 selected. I could select a different aircraft by simply mousing over it, clicking it. You can drag around to take a look at your aircraft. Down at the bottom are your actions. You can delete your quad, rename it, or select it. When you press select, you'll be taken to the next screen. On the right side are several settings that you can actually edit for your quadcopter. For our purposes, when you start out, you'll likely not see any tiny whoops on the left side of your screen. I've customized mine to just be two 5-inch quads and then the Beta 75. So, if you don't see this and you want it, we can go to Add a Quad, click that, and this is where you actually see the full list of aircraft that you have in VelociDrone. So let's go ahead and scroll up, and we see our tiny whoops. Starting at the top with the Acro B, we can work our way down. Now the aircraft that's most similar to the one in the Multi-GP STEM Alliance kit is the Beta FPV 75X. So if we select the Beta 75, we see it on the desk, and then we can go ahead and select the model. You can name your quad right here. Once you do that, you click Save, and you should see it right here. Go ahead and select that, and then we can press Select Quad. So, now that we press Select Quad, we are brought to the track selection screen. Here we can pick our class at the top. When I say class, I'm referring to this button right here, where we have any class, unspecified, mega, micro. For our purposes, for the Multi-GP STEM Alliance, we'll be sticking with the micro class. So make sure that's clicked. And there's actually default tracks that you see loaded in here. Out of these default tracks, we can go ahead and pick one. Let's say the micro playground for our purposes. Down at the bottom left, you can change some environmental factors like wind strength, wind gusts, wind direction. And on the right side, we can choose our class. You'll generally always want to choose single class and lap based with auto arming on and 3 laps. Now when we press that, we can go ahead and click select scenery, and we're brought right into the game. Now in multiplayer, the process is almost identical, except we also have to select a server. So let's go ahead and click multiplayer. Like we said before, our aircraft selection, we can pick Beta 75, press select quad, and this is our server list. So instead of selecting your own track, now you either need to create a session or join a session. Now you can see here that there are already actually 2 public sessions on the board. You could join those. However, it looks like they are set up for 5-inch quads, as this one says open class 5-inch, and actually this one is set up for combat, which is a separate pack that you can purchase from VelociDrone. So let's say you wanted to fly with friends. You could type in the name of your server right here. Server name. If you don't want anyone else to see it, you can click hidden session, and that'll allow your friends to type in just your server name and log right into it. Otherwise, without clicking this, it'll be available to the public, just like these 2 that you see here. Once you set that up, you can click Host Session, and that'll bring you to the scenery selection screen. Right here. You'd click your track, just like we saw before, click Select Scenery, and it would throw you right into the game. Now for joining an open session, you can either click on this right here, or let's say your friends have a hidden session. You type in the name of their session that they told you. Name of friends session. You can click hidden and then join to join their hidden session. So that's the basics of selecting your aircraft both in single player and multiplayer and getting to the point of being able to fly. Now let's talk about uploading times. For many of our multi-GP STEM Alliance events, we will start with a leaderboard bash to seed pilots and determine our brackets. To do this, pilots will search for, download, and fly a particular track, upload those times to a leaderboard that we can track. Once you receive an email or message from MultiGP telling you the name of the track to fly and upload times with, you can do this by first going to the track editor menu. Let's click into that. And then we can click on download track down here at the bottom right. From here, it's as simple as typing in the track name. For our purposes, we can type in MGPSA, as this was the first part of the name for our last MultiGP event. Then we can click search, and you notice two tracks pop up right away. Our beginner track that the leaderboard bash also used, and our fall challenge advanced track. To download the track, it's as simple as clicking on the download button. Now you notice mine is grayed out because I've already downloaded this one in the past, but for you, you would click download, so let's practice it on the advanced. We'll click download right there. It says track downloaded successfully. Now remember, this is the MGPSA Fall Challenge Advanced track. So we can click close, go back, and now, when we go into single player, we can select our aircraft, select quad. When we're taken to the scenery menu, let's go ahead and scroll down. The newest track that you just downloaded will be gold. Notice that both of mine are gold because they're both downloaded new tracks. So let's select the MultiGP Advanced track on Countryside. Let's leave our environmental factors as is, default. Make sure you've selected single class. For uploading times, you have to select single class and lap based. Keep your arming set to auto, just to keep it easy. And then 3 laps. Select scenery, and then load on into the game. Alright, well, now that we're spawned in, I can give the aircraft throttle. Notice the 2 boxes on the bottom of my screen. Those are actually my stick inputs visualized for you. So I give it throttle, we can take off. I can push forward on the right stick to fly forward, and then we can yaw around to look around. Now notice that we aren't immediately on a track. To get to the track, we can either fly over to it, or press the A key on your keyboard. That's the default key command to start a race. We can press it again to cancel the race, and go back to practice. When we're in practice mode, we can fly freely around the track to get used to it, to get used to our stick inputs, and just to get used to flying the aircraft in general. When we're ready for a race, we can go ahead and press the A key, and on the count of 3, we go through the gates. Notice that there's a little icon of an aircraft that spawns in the middle of each gate, which will guide you progressively through the track. Now you'll fly your full 3 laps, and to spare you the pain of me probably crashing, I'll skip ahead to the 3rd lap here. Now as we near the end of our 3rd lap here, and I painfully make my way through this last dive gate, you'll notice the times pop up for the track, your lap times that you just flew. Now there's an upload button on the right, and if you miss that, the screen auto closes in a few seconds. See it disappear right there. We can go to the right side of the screen, click show the leaderboard. When we click that, we're taken right back to it. We can see all 3 of our laps. And then you can click that upload time. And in our case this time, the lap time that I'm trying to submit is actually slower than one that I have on the leaderboard, which means I have to fly faster and beat the standing leaderboard time to upload a new one. So let's go ahead and do that. So now that you saw what happens when your new lap time is actually slower than an existing uploaded lap time, I just flew a race where my lap times are faster. So if we go to show the leaderboard, you can see I'm now in 38, 35, 44. We can click upload, and now it's uploaded. 35, 566, and we've taken number 1 on the leaderboard. As a final note, VelociDrone does have a setting to enable auto upload of times to a leaderboard. To find that, we can go to our Options tab, click on Main Settings, and then from the top, scroll about halfway down, and you see here Auto Leaderboard Time Upload. And we can set that to yes, go ahead and back out, And now you don't have to worry about clicking that upload button every time you race. It'll auto upload for you and basically save you from forgetting to upload a good time. So now that we've gone through flying and uploading times, let's talk about multiplayer and what to expect in an actual event. Multiplayer allows you to race with other pilots, seeing each other on the track in real time. We went through how to join and create a normal multiplayer lobby. However, when it comes time for our events, you will be given a server name for a hidden session to join. Remember, to join this, we go to multiplayer, select our aircraft, up at the top, put in your server name. Let's say, for example, it's the Multi-GP STEM Alliance Holiday Challenge, MGPSA HOLCH. We can click Hidden Session to make sure we are actually trying to join a hidden session, and then you'd click Join. Now this server isn't actually started up, so it gives me the error, game does not exist. But for an actual event, it would generally let you join. Now you won't actually join for the whole event. Generally, someone in the Multi-GP Discord will tell you when to join and then kick you when it's time to leave and bring in other pilots to race. So as I say that, throughout the event and before the event, we will be using Discord to communicate with you frequently. To join Multi-GP's Discord server, you can use the link in the description. If you are participating in this event at your school and Discord is blocked, for all events, we will also have a Zoom open that will allow you to communicate back and forth with everyone in Discord using voice. Now, if you have any other questions outside the event and can't use Discord, you can also use the emails in the description to get in touch with us.
Thank you for tuning in and listening to this tutorial. Hope it helped, and once again, we're glad to have you as part of the Multi-GP STEM Alliance. Thanks.